Got a few bees hanging around today. Um, I got one. I had one just now. Oh, hi, my name's Jim. Please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave a comment. Anyway, I had one just now. I went to set things up. It followed me all the way to my house. Like stayed like right here. Stayed right here in my ear. Didn't want to go. It wanted to sting. That's weird. Oh, she's probably new. She's never seen me before, and she's already been out and foraged a few times, and so she's like, I don't know you. I've never seen you. You're a stranger. Anyway, so here's a few bees today. Just a couple. Watch out, girls. Just a couple of bees today. Let's get this up. Watch out. Come on now. Out of my face. Come on now. Anyway, so this is the 2nd of March. Try to get this thing right on these bees as much as possible. And so there's a lot of them coming out today. It's a really nice day. It's around the mid-50s, and I just refilled all of their reservoirs. Got some open feeders, and so this time of year, some people wait until it's time to get honey, and so this time of year it's important to get the bees healthy, and the way to do that is feed them, because there's still kind of a girth out. I mean, a hearth. What is that? Hearse? Some things, are just the pronunciation just doesn't stick, but it's like a dearth where there's really not much nectar, and but what I want to do is I want to get them built up and have them strong. So when they have plenty of pollen, nectar, they're also able to fight off diseases more efficiently. So, so you want to keep the hive with plenty of food. Keep their antibodies up, strong, and get that queen laying really heavy. She probably started laying pretty heavy in January, intermittently. And most days there's been a big navigational flight like this. It was about 3 times bigger about 5 minutes ago. And so you really want to get those bees really healthy and bulked up for the nectar flow. All the trees start to flower and everything like that, right? And so for those folks who want to do a split, you want that hive to be jam-packed. And so when this hive, right now she's laying really heavy because I've been feeding them since the 2nd week in January, and I've been feeding them every day, pretty much. And so I'm getting ready to do a split. Now, if it's really packed in there, really tight, every frame, what I'll be able to do is probably make 3 or 4 splits, and that way I'll have 4 hives going into late spring, early summer. And my goal then would probably be to catch a couple of swarms in that time period as well, and that'll give me my 6 hives going into fall. And if we have those kinds of thoughts, even though it doesn't happen, if we set the stage and we continue to work at setting the stage, before you know it, the stage is done and we're ready to act. Action! So there was like a lot of girls. That was so funny. That one, she stayed in my ear, buzzing around, right around my ear, all the way up to the house. Oh wow! Yeah. So they're really defensive of all the food that I put out as well. They're as defensive of this food that I put out as they are of the hive. It doesn't matter where I put the food away from the hive. It could be a mile away. If once a bunch of bees find it from the same hive, they're going to defend that that food source as if it's a hive. It's like, when I found that out, I went, okay, I'm gonna have to be careful around just where there's food. Doesn't matter where the hive is. And so, yeah, they buzzed me like really aggressive. Jeez, 70, 80 feet away where there was food. And there was no queen, nothing. So, very defensive. They're very defensive of any food source that they find, including the flower. I've seen a bee feeding on a flower, another one comes to land, and they go after that bee, chase it away. So they're defensive. This is mine. And so, yeah, today's a beautiful day. Yeah, this was so packed with bees a while ago. That's why I'm recording. I was hoping to get it before it started to die down. Missed it by that much. So there you go. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. I think it's very relaxing just to stare. So I'm going to put this camera right in front where these girls are doing their thing. Be careful not to step on all these exhausted girls in the front here. They're all over the ground just trying to gather their senses. Like, what am I doing down here? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing down here. Excuse me, girls. Yeah, you're just doing your thing. Struggling to keep them out of their face. So there's a lot of new girls today, and some of them have already been foraging in and out. And I'm sitting here, and they buzz by me, and they actually stop and buzz me, like, "Hey, don't be so close to my hive." And so I'm having to train new girls not to go to the face. Do the little, put up the little hand shield. There's a good amount of pollen coming in. You can see the orange and the yellow. Sometimes there's some red that's coming in. I can see the guy that's feeding the pollen outside feeding. I just got chased away by it. I'm pretty confident it was the same bee that chased me to the house. This time she chased me all the way to the front door, to my home door, to the door. She chased me all the way through the garage, and stayed right next to my right ear. She didn't leave my right ear. I felt like she was going to go into my ear and then sting me. She, she, she saw me sitting here again. What? It's you again? And she went right after me. Yeah, that girl's going to have to die. She's like overly aggressive. I have to take that one out. I might have already just taken her out. I don't know. She would not get out of my ear. So I swatted her a couple of times with my hand. So she might be on the floor in the garage. I don't know. Some bees are like that, you know. Some are like pit bulls, man. Once they get it out for somebody, they're not going to give up until they bite or sting or hurt. Yeah, this one's like really aggressive. I haven't seen that type of aggression since last year. She would not leave me alone. She said, I am going to get you. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to sting you. I'm going to take you out with anaphylactic shock if I can. She might come back. I don't know if she's in the garage dead or now. Or I must have tapped her probably about 5 times. She was right there. Just it's like she was just right in the same spot. You know? No matter what I did, she was like right here. Yeah, if she's not dying in the garage, she's gonna be back. Isn't that weird? It's like you know, you go to a new job, and then you know, someone just gets it out for you. You don't understand why, right? They just don't like you, and you don't even know why. You haven't done anything wrong. You're just minding your own business, right? And some person just decides they're just going to make your life bad. And they even act like they want to hurt you. I have met people like that. Unfortunately, too many. And that's what this bee's doing. She has no good reason to do what she's doing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here minding my own business. And she wants to hurt me. Something about my physiology, something, you know, my physical looks, or, you know, my body odor. She just don't like me. Well, there's 8 billion people in the world, you know. You can't expect them all to like you, even at first sight. You know, sometimes, you know, at first sight, somebody really, I really like the way that person looks. I like the way the person sounds, smells. Next person comes by, I just want to kill you. I want you dead. Don't know why I want that person dead, but I just want them dead. Strange. You know, one time I was watching a nature program, and there was this black wolf that was being chased by another wolf pack. I think the wolf pack consisted of like about 4 or 5 wolves, and they were like lighter, whitish, grayish, and they chased that black wolf for the longest time. And that black wolf knew he was running for its life. And that black wolf ended up in a river. It went into the river trying to escape for its life. Well, that pack of wolves went into that river and killed that black wolf. There's just something about that black wolf. They wanted it dead. It looked like a normal black wolf. Just something about it. And they chased that black wolf for so long. There was an aerial, right? Some sort of aerial recording. And they killed that black wolf. They just had it out for that black wolf for some reason. You just don't like that black? We don't like the color? Come on, Jack. Mark, let's go kill that wolf over there that's got different color. Who knows? Same thing with the bee. Right? There's something about me that just irked her. Right? I've got all these tens of other thousands of bees that are just as if I'm not here. But that one, right? That one had it out for me. I've experienced that so many times. 10,000, it's like I'm not here. And then all of a sudden that one gets a hair up its butt and it wants to take me out. Bizarre. All right, I'm gonna refill their reservoirs. I think. How you doing, girls? Yeah, you're looking pretty peaked in there. Let's see if we can get you some more food here. There's some food right there. How you doing, girls? How's it going over here? Oh, you got enough food. How you girls doing over here? All right. All right. All tapped off. This is the community feeders over here. So these are all from different tribes. Don't get on my thumb there, girl. Come on now. Oh, she's nibbling at my feet. She's literally scratching at my thumb. It's like, what? What is this thumb thing? Is there some food on it? Let's see if I can get something from this thumb. It's like thumb food. Thumb food. Yeah, I got ants that travel all through here, trying to get some of this sugar. All right, girl. Yeah, there's nothing there for you. The food's down there. Get off. Off. All right. Well, that's about a jar and a quarter they already went through today. So, there you go. Bees that are being busy. Busy bees. So they're trying to expand their hives really fast right now because this is when flowers are going to start opening. I see buds building on my peach tree here, and same things happening on my cherry tree. So that kind of stuff is happening. So within a week or so, maybe 2, something like that, it's going to be nectar on, baby. Nectar flow will be flowing, and that's when they start gearing up. The hives start gearing up for splits. So the bees will start storing a lot of internal fat and resources, and fill their wax gills. It's kind of like gills. There's 3 of them on either side of their abdomen, and that's where they grow. I don't know. I can't think of it, but that's where the wax builds up, and then when they go to swarm to another location, and the tens of thousands go to that new location, they immediately start building comb, new comb for the queen, so she can start laying eggs like pronto within a few days, and she will. About 3 days after going to a new box, as long as there's a spot for the new bees to build some comb, they'll build that spot, and the queen will go right in there and start laying, and they'll just keep building that, out as she's laying, and so there'll be bees building comb on one side, there'll be another group of bees building comb in another area, and so the queen just starts walking back and forth as the comb builds, she'll just keep laying eggs in the new sections, and they'll start storing resources, pollen and nectar, and in and around where the brood is, because they have to feed royal jelly to the queen and the new brood, the new larvae, and so they want that resources like really close, and so so you're going to have your brood in the center kind of like thing, and then you have your pollen and your nectar kind of ringing around the brood, and they just keep feeding the brood, and the queen. Kind of cool to watch. I'm gonna have to go in there and make some more sugar syrup. They are in a feeding frenzy. So these girls from these other tribes, these other hives, yeah, I can see them. They leave there and they go that way. Some going that way and that way. So there must be hives over there, hive over there. I've seen them go straight that way. They'll leave that and then go straight over the fence there and gone. So I'm surrounded by hives somewhere. They'll fly up to 2 miles away to get food. Now, some of them, I imagine, they fly further, right? The dilemma that they have when they fly too far away from the hive is they can run out of energy pretty fast. 40 minutes without food, a forager can run out of energy and just drop out of the sky. It's kind of like working out too long and you're done. You don't have no more. There's no glycogen left, and the glycine's gone, and you just kind of sit there going, oh. Bees are the same way, and the bee's wings flap over 200 times a second. That's getting up there with the hummingbird. Yeah, that's really fast. Over 200 times a second. That's why when I hear that, I don't know, that might be like 1,000 times a second. Like, what? Like that one that just chased me away. She did it twice. I wouldn't doubt she's laying down in that garage stunned from me smacking her in the head. Yeah. Well, she ain't back yet. She might be once she recovers if I did smack her to the ground. Yeah, she'll come back. That was the second time she buzzed me. I'm confident it's the same girl. She don't like me, right? Can't expect everybody to like us, no matter what. That goes for bees. Or dogs, Some dogs, you walk up to a dog and they just, maybe 10, 20, 30 of them, they just love you, and all that. And you walk up to a dog that everybody else seems to, that dog likes everybody else, and you walk up to that dog and they give you this crooked look, this crooked eye, like they want to hurt you. Bees are the same way. So weird. Nature. The more we understand, the less we understand. The more we know, the less we feel that we realize that we know that we don't know, Yeah. It's like, yeah. Discovery is an amazing thing. Learning to learn new things is like a thrill ride, It's like a never-ending story. Just go, cat, go. Just keep learning new things and understanding new things, and getting that comprehension of new things and going. It's just like I feel like a little kid, right, in a candy store when it comes to learning. There's so many different colors of candy and different shapes and looks and forms. Oh, that's how I see learning. That curiosity, right? Unfortunately, many, if not most children, that strong sense of curiosity is robbed from us. It's robbed from us because it was robbed from our parents, and it was robbed from our parents' parents. It's like an ugly old recipe that stinks, but somehow we're convinced that it smells good, and we teach it to our kids. Yeah, it's terrible, man. It's that strong curiosity that we have as children that allows us to do good in school without even hardly trying, right? But if we have that, we're in that environment of being dumbed down. Dumbed down is to be robbed of our curiosity. That is dumbing down. If we're told don't be curious about this or that, then it dumbs down that other area of thinking and reasoning and problem solving and learning, and so the more we're dumbed down as children, the more we struggle in school and understanding things. And the ones that are dumbed down the most, those are the ones many times don't finish school, high school, maybe even don't even do well in school at all and just drop out of junior high school. I don't understand what's going on with these books, right? Just dumbed down so far, they don't question anything anymore. They just go with the flow of existence. It's just awful, man. Yeah. Don't question anything. What? Yeah, just be a dummy like the people thousands of years ago. They didn't question anything because they didn't know anything. Oh, the invisible thing did it. Don't learn it. You don't need to learn it because the invisible thing Leave it to the invisible thing. It's like caveman forever. Dang. Anyway, so the day's going great. Got heavily buzzed twice by the same girl. If she does it again, I'm gonna catch her. I got a net here. I'm gonna catch her. I'm gonna put one of my B dot markers on her back, and I am going to catch her again. If I get buzzed like that again, I'm gonna see if it's her. My little experiments that I do. Gotta be careful. These girls are all over the ground. Well, actually, not so much now. There's a couple down there. Oh, I stepped on you. Sorry, girl. Oh well. Yeah, there's a few down here just exhausted from buzzing around this food. Oh, there's a few on the phone. They're checking out that phone. There's 3 of them over there, just walking on the face of the phone. They give my phone face. It's a facial. Yeah, scrubbing it. Yeah, they're scratching on my phone. Like, trying to get something from it. I don't know. I might have had some sugar on my hands when I was messing with my phone. That could be. Oh, there's a snail. Those snails eat up my garden. I'm sure they have a purpose. They don't have a purpose in my yard. They can have purpose somewhere else. Yeah. It's like I can go out one day, everything looks great, come out the next day, and a bunch of stuff is chewed up. And if it's a cooler day, there's snails are all over it, even in the afternoon or in the morning. They're still there because it's kind of cooler, maybe a little misty, so it's moist in the air still. Snails are still all over what they almost already consumed overnight. All right, I'm gonna go and make them some more food. Well, I don't have to make it. I just need to I like to warm it up to about 110. By the time I get it transferred and into there, it's around in the 90s, maybe 80s. When I put it in there, they can smell it. There's bees that can smell that because bees have a stronger sense of smell than dogs. Something like 30% stronger. So bees have a good smell, man. Better than a dog. Who knew that, right? I didn't know that. The library is a wonderful thing, right? Get that sense of curiosity. You don't have to go somewhere to go to the library, right? When I was a kid, I'd go to the library sometimes 3 or 4 times a week because I would read my books really fast, check out the limit, read them really fast, maybe 2, 3, 4 in a day. In an evening when it's wintertime, I'm just sitting there anyway, right? When I was a kid, and but now we have that library. We carry it around, right? The World Library, right? And we need to trust something sometime. And it's better to trust the library than it is to trust the word of mouth. Because usually by the time we hear something, it's been changed and altered and manipulated and cherry-picked so bad that it may not have nothing to do with, it may not be anything what it started out with. Just totally twisted and totally wrong. So when we're curious about something, in my opinion, it's always best to research the library and trust that first. It's better to trust the library, right? Which is the closest thing we have to empirical, reproducible evidence, than it is to trust somebody who said something, 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 that finally you heard it. It got changed so many times, right? And everybody has their own level of comprehension. When we hear something, we tell someone else in the way that we think we heard it. And next thing you know, you got to watch out for the flying monkeys because they just come out at a certain time every day. Keep your eyes open. That's not what it started out at all. Had nothing to do with even monkeys. So I listen to nothing that I hear. Now I understand when people say something about a personal experience. Yeah, that's a personal experience. Yeah, I saw a dog that walked in front of me. It had these really straight ears, and yeah, that's normal stuff. But if someone starts talking about something that doesn't sound right, be courteous or whatever. Try not to be flamboyant about your response because they're not going, I know better than that. I know better than that. I'm surprised that they don't. It's like it's okay to be embarrassed by someone else's ignorance, right? But don't show it, right? Be humble and kind to the other person's ignorance of knowledge, um, because most people don't want to take out the time because they've been raised to be ignorant, right? They were raised to not be curious. It was robbed from them as a child. So be kind and courteous. Um, Nobody can know everything. It's impossible. The brain doesn't have that kind of a power. But we can come to understand like the concept of lots of things. We don't need to memorize all the wording, all the definitions, how it's spelled, you know. No, it's in my opinion, it's best to understand the concept, right? You don't have to speak Mandarin or French or all the other languages to understand something. It's about getting enough information about a topic, whether it be virology, theoretical physics, biological science, it doesn't matter. Paleontology, virology, permaculture, hydroponics, aquaponics, it doesn't matter, right? It's about studying enough where you get the concept. It's called a functional concept of something, and everything else kind of comes together. It doesn't matter what field it is. It's like once we understand enough concepts about enough different things, they start to kind of interlink, right? Everything, whether it be poetry or philosophy. Now, philosophy is a different creature altogether. Philosophers, true philosophers, ones who are philosophers that are verifiable philosophers. You know, they have a degree in philosophy, masters in philosophy and stuff like that. Those folks don't believe in nothing mythological. Physicists, yeah, about 7% believe in, tooth fairy stuff. Imaginary things that don't have no evidence. But the philosophers, 0. Now you got to wonder, why do philosophers in 0% believe in nothing that's mythological, right? Why is it just the philosophers and not the theoretical physics or the people who study, advanced mathematics and all these other advanced fields? What is it about philosophers that believe in the imaginary God stuff? 0, absolutely 0. In fact, there's some studies that says -0. I'm thinking like, how can you be? It's got that 0 and then the arrow pointing in the opposite direction towards minus. How can you be minus, believing in mysticism? I think they're just trying to make a point. Nobody does. Not a true philosopher. And the reason why philosophers don't believe in any mysticism is because the way that they see words, right? They see words with absolute clarity. And they cannot be fooled by misdirection of words and superstition, because they see the superstition in the words, right? And they'll get into that philosophical meaning of those phrases, and they'll break it down into this finest thinking part, and they'll go, okay, that is why unicorns don't exist, or the tooth fairy, or Santa Claus, or all the other mysticisms that humans have created, including all gods, God Thor, God Athena, God Zeus, and all the other tens of thousands of gods, right? A philosopher understands that through reading all the scriptures of all the different religions, that there's a certain continuity of human thinking, and they come to understand that from a philosophical perspective, they come to understand why humans think that way. Yeah, philosophy. Every single philosopher is a epistemologist. For you folks who know what epistemologist or epistemology is, it's someone who engages in critical, even self-critical, analytical reasoning, where we can't be fooled. I have a master's in epistemology as well. Epistemology is just simply um, with extraordinary evidence requires, or extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, right? So, um, and that's how epistemologists see everything, right? They see everything in that respect, right? Oh, so you believe that leprechauns, if you rub something special is going to happen? Can you explain that, please? And please follow that up with your reproducible evidence. Epistemologists, we seek not that somebody says something is, but how that something is that they're saying goes. How does it go? Show me your evidence. Reproduce what you're saying. Well, those folks who say, well, you know, John, I have a dragon in my garage, and it's an amazing dragon. That amazing dragon has kept me safe all my life. I prayed to my dragon in my garage ever since I can remember as a child. And Mark goes, really, you got a dragon? Can I come and see your dragon? And John goes, oh yeah, you can come and see my dragon. So they go up to the garage door. They open up John opens up the garage door, and there's my dragon. And Mark's going, I don't see your dragon. Oh yeah, my dragon's invisible. Oh really? Oh, can we throw some flour or something on the ground so we can see? I can see at least its footsteps. Oh no, it floats. Oh, it floats. Does it breathe fire? Oh yeah, it breathes fire. Well, can you get it to breathe fire? Oh no, the fire is invisible. What, can I feel the heat from when it breathes fire? Oh no, the fire doesn't have any heat. And that just goes on circular like that. Well, can I throw some water or some powder on it to see it move around? Oh no, it goes right through it. Right? Well, how can I feel comfortable that what you're saying is true? Well, you just have to accept that what I'm saying. And that is epistemology. As epistemologists, we go, we don't even go up to the garage door because we already know that dragons don't exist. Anyway, I need to feed my beast. Please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave a comment, click the like, and you have a good day. Bye now. Oh, do the margarina.